Hello, hello. So today we are talking to Heidi Porter. Heidi's from Minds Connect, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her business journey. So Heidi and I first met. Heidi was actually a client of mine, and she was in a very different place when I met her back then. That was what, maybe 12 months ago?
Yeah, I think it probably was about that long ago, actually.
I know you came to our Christmas meetup, and
Yes.
that's when you started to meet everybody in the group.
Was awesome. Really good.
Yeah. And yeah, it's been such an incredible year since then. It's only July now, so yeah.
It feels like time has just flown past and we've known each other for so long.
It does.
6 months just doesn't sound right. 7 months,
No.
you know?
I know. And yeah, you've done so much in that time. So tell us a bit about what you do now. And well, we'll start with that. What is Minds Connect?
Okay, so Minds Connect is pretty exciting because it's this continual evolution, actually. A little bit like me, I'm embodying the whole business that I'm in. At the moment, I've just qualified as an energy coach, actually a master practitioner of energy coaching and healing.
Yeah,
which is extremely exciting. It's been something I've been working towards, something that's resonated with me for a long time now, and it's like the missing link of all the coaching that I do. I've been tapping into already people's the energy that people are bringing to the sessions, and done a lot of reading around it, a lot of listening to podcasts and YouTube videos and things like that. So I guess there's a lot of knowledge that keeps going into my brain on it. A lot of research going in there. But it makes sense. Everything just makes sense. And I love being able to help people look inwards and just start this transformation that happens, this beautiful, when they're ready.
Yeah.
This happens so easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you just keep putting tools in your tool belt, don't you, that you can help coach people with? It's incredible to watch. And you've been on this healing journey of your own at the same time.
Yeah, so it's really good because I was literally just in Bali last week. So doing that training over there with Marie Eddings, and she's down at Byron Bay, and she's amazing, absolutely amazing woman. So big shout out to her. I'm really lucky to have done the training with her. She's been doing energy healing for so long, and for 10 years she's built together this package of workshops to be able to teach other people how to do this, and integrate it into just either their lives, if they're interested in that sort of quantum change, or also coaches who want to incorporate it into their toolbox. So yeah, I do have a pretty nice little toolbox happening here, and dipping into it with things like NLP, which is so important. Our language just forms everything. It's where it all... Well, it's not where it begins. It's actually the last thing that comes out.
Yeah.
It's the first thing we hear from someone.
Yeah.
Really, the first thing we receive is their energy. You know, we feel how someone's feeling as they approach us. If they're sad, we feel that sadness. If they're grumpy and upset, we feel that. If they're angry, we feel it. If they're really excited and uplifted, we feel that as well.
Yeah.
So, learning how they work together, how the words work together with the energy, how the alignment all works together with it as well, how, you know, and learning the little signs that I look out for now to notice what tells us we're out of alignment. It's not that difficult, really. Once you know it all and you know the foundation, you know how it works together, it's really easy to help someone see and how bring themselves back into alignment. So yeah, it's nice. I've basically learned how to do that myself.
Yeah.
So being able to do that myself, it just makes it so much more impactful. It's not just me talking and saying, oh, this is how to do it. I've actually gone along the journey myself and been through the hard yards. And done the change, done the big change inside, and it's coming out now. So yeah, so I can't help but share it now. Like, now that I know what I know, I can't not share that with the world. I can't not share that. I'm very passionate about sharing it with women, in particular. You know, I mean, I guess around my age group, even younger though. That I've met women who are younger than me, women who are much older than me. I'm 40. You know, like I've met women on either side, and also women around my age who are really looking for the same thing. They're looking for that love within themselves. They're looking, and they don't know how to find it or unlock it. They don't know how to receive the love themselves. You know, I was in those shoes myself, so I can really relate when someone's struggling through all of that. I'm also really passionate about bringing families together, and I love how your daughter's just in the background. Hello.
I love school holidays.
So beautiful, so beautiful.
Sit down there. Sit down. You tell them, give me half an hour, and the first thing they do is
doesn't work. But that's just beautiful. See, she's pulled to the energy. She's gone, oh, something's going on in there. I want to check it out.
Be a part of it.
Yeah. So I've been a teacher for many years, most of my life pretty much, and been around teachers in my lifetime. And I'm really passionate about teaching and training people up. However, I'm more interested now in helping people evolve. With evolution, because it's not about me, it's about them. It's about how do you want to, what is it that you want? How do you want to show up in your best version of you? So
yeah, it's funny how your journey's changed. So obviously, you know, teaching's always been a big part of you, but the things that we've grown up with is, you know, the standardized, this is what women do, this is what teachers do. You know, and you go and you learn those skills, and you end up working in a school with our little people, which is great. But now that you've worked out so many other ways that, you know, we can tap into our experiences and what they mean for us and for the rest of the people around us. And you've even started bringing that in with the little people too, which is amazing.
I have. I still work in schools a couple of days a week at the moment. I'm on my way out of the system, actually, because the system hasn't sat well with me for many years. And I find it very restrictive. And it really is, now that I've done the energy coaching, I know that it is a constricted energy. Rather than
it's very much been standardized for a long time without a lot of movement. It's
not ideally it would be great if oh my gosh, I'm not even going to say if, that's reframe. let's go right in there and go, when change comes about, it's going to be education is going to look different. I don't know when this is going to happen, and it's difficult because obviously there's politics involved that governs the way we educate in every single country in the whole world. So I've been tapping in with a whole lot of people across the world, Netherlands, England, Scotland, New Zealand, all feeling the same way, even America. New contacts there too, who are so passionate about working with children and families, similar to, or different way that I do, but very similar passion driving it, that there's a need. There's a real need for this connection. There's such a huge disconnect at the moment. And when schools become an expansive environment where we can actually open the children up and expand and lift them up, allow them to grow and allow them to thrive, instead of putting all these rules and expectations on them around everything that they do.
Putting them all in boxes,
then we're gonna, if we can lift the vibration instead and allow them to grow in their own strengths, that's when we're going to see real deep learning. That's when we're going to see connection coming back. That's when we're going to see some real game changers coming through the woodworks. Like these children, I've got 3 children as well. They're 4, 8 and 10. My middle one's nearly 9. And they've had immense struggles at school already. Like I'm a teacher, and it's sad that I can say that they haven't done well at school.
Yeah.
The structures are too rigid, in my experience, and then I'm not the only one who's felt that. So from a parent point of view, as well as a teacher point of view, I can see all these struggles around school.
Yeah.
And I'm like, right, what can I do to actually help? And while I'm in there, I'm helping and I'm doing things differently and whatnot. It's still restricted.
Yeah.
Because it's governed by the laws and the rules, and
absolutely
have to do things a certain way. Now, that's not to say that there aren't schools out there that are making a change, because there are. I met this beautiful lady last week in Bali, and she lives down in Victoria, in Melbourne, and the school where her children go to is, the principal's amazing. He's brought gratitude into their daily lives in the school.
Fabulous.
To the point where he actually makes it this huge thing on their assemblies, on their parades.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's just amazing, because he's incorporating that with the parents and the students all at once, and the teachers. So he's actually developing this sense of community there.
Yeah.
So change is happening in certain schools.
Yeah.
It's starting.
Yeah.
It's starting.
And it's little practices like gratitude and meditation. I know some schools are starting to bring in meditation and things like that. But just to get them centered. And it's not all about, maths and English.
No.
There's so much more to it. So,
well, if you don't have that connectedness, and part of it that I'm realizing that's really missing is this whole groundedness. Yeah. And you're a big one for grounding as well. I know you take your children out and you get them dirty and you get them in the dirt and the mud and they get into it all. Yeah. That's part of being grounded. And children do it so well, and we can learn so much from them. Yes. If we allowed them to do that every single day before they came into the classroom, they're going to be grounded. Yeah, sure, they can have their meditation as well. That's really going to set them up and align them. And then we give them the opportunities to expand and grow. Wow, sky's the limit, right? Yeah. Like anything's possible. So who knows, maybe in the next 10 years or so, or I don't know if it'll take longer than that, we'll see some change coming through there. Yeah. In the meantime, there's a lot of work to be done outside of schools as well to help support families who are struggling through it all, who just don't know what's going on with their children and have this disconnect happening there. So
absolutely. So now you predominantly work with women, is that right?
Yes. I seem to be attracting mostly women. I've had the odd male who's come for a session and then they don't come back, so that's rather interesting. Or they'll feel quite happy to comment and say, well, why aren't you catering for men? And I'm thinking, well, geez, I could help everyone. That's not the way it works,
That's right. And you don't necessarily have to go, well, I don't work with men, but the techniques that I use work for women, so
I have connected with some amazing men though in the trainings that I've done, who are very connected on the same kind of wavelength, very much ready to break out of this social norm that's been set up for so long. They seem to be on the same kind of trajectory, so they're definitely out there, and there are some amazing coaches coming through who are specifically focusing on working with men, which I think is really important. Men do need to support men and to show them that yes, you can break out of those norms and you can start to grow and start to thrive and come into this masculine divine, rather than being this oppressed kind of masculine in the in society that society tells us to be. Like it's something we don't have to do anymore. So
it's really exciting to see the change, both in men and women, just breaking out of those norms that we kind of all grew up with. And it's good to have someone like you to be able to facilitate that when people are kind of struggling.
Thank you. Well, it's funny because I really admire the work that you're doing, because you have a few groups that you go to, and you have your own that you run with the in these extraordinary women, and I haven't got around to I've been to 2 of those, and that's it. And then I I love how you're bringing women together though, and celebrating women in business and showing that, you know, we can lift each other up.
Absolutely.
And be supportive, and to find, like for you, the connection that I had with you initially was definitely heart-based.
Yeah.
It was so, and it was on the phone, like never forget how strong that heart connection was, and that's all energy, right?
Yeah.
And then out of that, you also really stand for, or I see that you stand for women voicing. They're voicing who they really are, you know, rediscovering it, reconnecting to it, and then voicing who they really are. And I love that, because it's very similar to what I'm helping people do as well, is reconnect with that self that we might have discarded and forgotten or lost along the way, buried deep down in there. Strip those layers away, you know, go through some ugly truths, maybe even bit of soul cleansing there, and healing, and then showing this growth, this beautiful growth that comes out of it. So,
and particularly you're welcome, and thank you. And particularly for women in business, because it's always been such a male-dominated space and very masculine, very alpha, and particularly the women that you see coming from the corporate space, then trying to reclaim their feminine energy, but also be strong business women. So, it's very important that we all support each other and do things the way that works for us.
Yes, definitely. And each one of us is unique and different. Just because we're women, we don't all do it the same way. So recognizing that, and I find that the work that you're doing with everyone, it really brings that out, that uniqueness of everyone. So that's really special, to show that, should be able to show that to the world and go, hey, this is me, this is what I'm good at, this is what I can offer. So it's nice.
Awesome. So if any of the ladies want to connect with you, if they want to work with you, where can they find you?
At the moment, my website is still not up. I've been working with this beautiful, beautiful lady. I'm not going to mention her name on here. She's been working really hard. She's actually setting up a brand new platform for the so she's trialing mine on there, and I'm like, that's great, but come on, we got to get this up. So that'll be up hopefully very soon. In the meantime, I'm on Facebook at Minds Connect, obviously. I'm on Instagram as well with the same name. I've got an email address, which is info@mindsconnect.com.au, so people can contact me like that as well, if they want to know anything. I also do online, online coaching for people who can't get out to me, or I can't get to them. I sort of try to accommodate where people's space, because we're all busy. We've all got a lot going on, and most women have families. I also have my children every second weekend at the moment. So, time is of the essence, and doing things via Zoom like this is really quite awesome, because it comes on the travel time and we can still do a session.
Absolutely.
It's really good. Yeah.
Awesome. And have you got anything coming up that you want to let everyone know about?
Okay, so really, really exciting. I've got an Embed Coach Embed Coach cert or certification coming up, training. So it's 4 days training with me, doing the Embed training. You don't have to be a coach to do it. You become a licensed Embed coach after doing it, though. It's quite intense. It is 4 whole days of training. So Embed is multiple braining. Multiple brain techniques, and it's all about integration. So it brings in this whole element of energy, which I absolutely love. Everything just flows into it. So it's all head, heart, and gut related. It basically is a modality that combines ancient wisdom with all the latest neuroscience. So there's a whole part of the program is looking at the neuroscience of it all.
Awesome.
And looking at how neurons work and interact. So all the science behind it. as well as how that all then comes together with the technique. There's a process which is called embraining, which it basically provides a roadmap to bring people into alignment and coherence. So yeah, it's really beautiful. It just flows so easily and naturally because it works with your energy system. So
and I love that they're bringing the neuroscience into it, because a lot of people go, oh, you know, that's crap, that's woo woo, you know, but the fact that you can actually prove it with science.
Yeah, it does help. It's funny because I find that the people that I'm meeting, they're either fine with the woo-woo or they want the facts and they want it proved, you know. I haven't found many people who like literally want both. But the fact that Embed actually brings both together is really nice, because it goes, hey, guess what? These two actually, they're not disconnected. They are linked. And here's the links, and this is how it works, and let's give it a go. So it's amazing. It basically takes you on a roadmap to find your highest expression and be able to tap into that after you've got alignment. So very exciting to do that. So when is that? That is, I don't have my diary. Hang on, give me 2 seconds and I'll just look at the dates, because I've got so much happening. Yeah, I'm getting very good at using my diary now, so that's really awesome. Okay, so the training is the 15th to the 18th of August.
Okay, so a month away. Yeah,
so that's just after I get back from New Zealand. I'm going to Queenstown for 6 days or 5 days training there with Mark, what's his name? Hang on, I wrote that down again this morning. I was just doing a whole lot of training online with him this morning. Mark Lack, he is one of the best digital marketing strategists in the world. And I just applied yesterday with another connection that I have, Judy King, in this digital business that I'm running at the moment as well. And I applied last night, and yesterday afternoon when I was with her, because I found out there was 2 more spots. There was one general spot and one VIP spot, and I knew she was going, so I'm like, oh my God, I'm so applying for this VIP spot. I so want in. There's 50 people going. So I got that last VIP spot. I found out late last night. I'm like, yeah. So I'm very excited to do that as well.
So people need to, if they want to book with you, they need to book with you now before you get your digital marketing like really on point, and then you're just going to be completely booked out.
Totally. And look, I've already got this amazing vision it just keeps evolving, because I'm stepping out of the job role and into business. I'm really passionate about being able to offer people retreats, you know, like I'm talking like a 1-day retreat, or even a 2-day retreat, even for children, with reconnecting with parents and things like this, things that are really important. Things that people are basically asking for, that they're going, okay, I don't know what's going on with my children. I need to figure this out. Okay, cool. Let's go away for a weekend, or let's take 2 days out of the week and go sort this out. It's not a quick fix or anything like that. It's a really intensive, let's go through this ontological change together and transform what's going on here kind of change. That's what I'm starting to lean into, that I'm finding a lot of people are sort of calling out for. So it's evolving, it's exciting.
Because it's really important when you're going to facilitate a change to get out of your normal routine, to go away and create that change in your environment, because it just helps you to bring that change moving forward, doesn't it?
When you can tap into someone who knows, and I mean, some people think they can just find it all out online for free. Go for it. Go find it for free then, if that's what you want to do, and spend your time trying to find all that. There's so much stuff out there that I know for me, I found that it's easier to tap in with people that have had the success, who've had the expertise that bring that experience.
Absolutely.
So I've really worked hard of this last 18 months to have this change, this massive, it has been a huge evolution, even in my own life. So I can speak from that experience. I can speak from this change in family as well, and how to go about creating or recreating what you want and getting that to work for you, because it's not easy, and it's something that you have to tap in with the people who know how to do this to be able to do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we think we can do it all ourselves. It's like sometimes it's okay to go, hey, I need help.
Yes, exactly. And we all need help with something all the time, don't we?
Yes. Oh, look, the more we can lift each other up and support each other, the better, I think. I'm really, really a big believer in this whole lifting people up, supporting. If someone makes a mistake, get around them, support them, tell them how great they are, and just lift them back up again, because we're all human. We all make mistakes. We all stuff things up. It's part of being human, but having a support network around you to where you can actually support and go, hey, it's okay. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, learn from it. What can you do better next time? Let's become an even better version of you now, and move on like that. It's so rewarding. So, yeah.
Well,
I feel like I've waffled on a lot.
Fine, that's what it's all about. I really love that, since you've become a part of this community of women, and you've been able to show us today what it is about to be part of this community, and supporting each other and helping each other build our own businesses. And like you said, you haven't been in business yourself for a great deal amount of time. It's still quite new to you, but you've just thrown yourself into it, and just taken every single opportunity. I'm really, really excited to see where your business goes in the next 12 months.
Yes. Oh my gosh. It's about to explode, everything, since I made that first decision, I can't even pinpoint a decision yet. Like when was that first decision? Things started happening. Things were already lining up for me. It's like the universe was going, hey, let's get her ready. We're getting her ready. It's as if this has been coming for a while now, like years, and then everything all of a sudden just went like this, and then boom, and I got thrown into it. And literally felt as if it was a do or die situation. That's no part of a lie at all. I really felt as if it was do or die. Obviously, I opted for the do. Become somebody. I opted to become a new person, to evolve and step into this person that I'm becoming. I'm not there yet. It's no end destination. I really understand that now. It's so much. It's the people I'm meeting along the way. Every single person is intricately supposed to be there, whether it's somebody who's given me a smile at the supermarket, or I've given it to them and it's lifted their day, or sometimes I get that. Sometimes someone will smile at me and that helps me, or it's the person who's delivering the mail outside, or it's the next conference that I'm going to, and it's the leaders that I'm learning from, the people I'm surrounding myself from. Everyone is literally placed there in my life at exactly the right time at the moment. I work hard at it, but it's not an effort. It feels it's getting easier and easier as I go, and it really feels like a flow. So that's the biggest takeaway for me, is that it's just all come into line at exactly the right time. So.
And that's really because you broke the chains, jumped off the cliff, and grew your wings later. And I love that about you.
It's really interesting that you say that, because I love that metaphor about the butterfly. So this is really good, actually. I was just mentioning this to a lovely lady that I met over in Bali. She wasn't part of the training or anything. She was just another lady who was staying there. And we connected, and anyway, the story came up when I was conversating with her as well, that she, for this butterfly to emerge out of the cocoon, you know, first it's got to be the caterpillar, and it's got to go through this life first being a caterpillar. Then it wraps itself up in that cocoon for quite a while, and it goes through this so much of a change. It has to physically change every cell in its whole entire body.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So we're taught that's ontological change, right? Which is what I'm in the business of doing now. So you changing things, you're creating new neural pathways and networks within your body, within different parts of your body. This is what this beautiful caterpillar's doing inside the cocoon. Now, for it to emerge, you know, some people will go, oh, we don't want to see struggle. I wish I could take that pain away from you. Well, guess what? People need the pain. People need the struggle. How much pain or struggle we need is dependent upon our choice.
Yeah.
So the caterpillar is in that cocoon. It needs that struggle to be able to get out, to break free. If we were to cut that cocoon open, it's going to die.
Yeah.
The butterfly won't emerge, because it has to go through a specific amount of struggle, the right amount of struggle for the particular species that it is, to be able to break free. Once it breaks free of the cocoon, it can't fly away straight away.
Yeah.
It has to air those wings. It has to let everything, all the blood go into the wings and sort of dry them out a little, because they're kind of wet and gooey.
Yeah.
You know? So you got to have this beautiful growth and just this whole presence and go, yep, here I am, feel into it, you know, accept yourself for this new thing that you are, and then you can fly off and then show the world. So I love it, because it's like stages of our life that we go through, you know, like we might struggle as a child, and for some of us into our adult years, like I did, prolonged that struggle for a very long time. You know, not as long as others, but, you know, I felt as it was a long time.
Yeah.
And then you cocoon and you start to grow and you start to change, and you're feeding. You've got all those nutrients already, but you're changing, and then you're spreading those wings, and then you're off to go and you fly. So, yeah, I don't know where I am exactly with that, because I'm still growing, I'm still changing, I'm still evolving. I'm still very hungry for knowledge, which, you know, I don't think will ever change. I've kind of always been like that. But yeah, this lady that I met in Bali was like, oh, you're already spreading your wings and off you go and you're flying. And I'm just like, oh, geez, thanks. Because, you know, it's nice that someone else thinks that that's where I am. Yeah, so it's a beautiful metaphor, because we just don't know how long that struggle will take. The change within each person will only happen when they're ready, when they're really ready to change.
Yeah.
So when they've had enough, you know. Yeah.
That's a beautiful way to finish, and I've loved watching your metamorphosis.
Thank you.
Thank you for being part of, you know, Women Empowered to Shine, and sharing about your business today.
Thank you so much, Leonie, for asking me on. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Talk to you soon.